Hi, my name is Emily Lynn, and I am the Director of Adult Faith Formation and Discipleship at Christ King Parish and at St. Bernard's Parish in Wauwatosa. And I'll be continuing on with our spiritual communion series for Advent. Last week, Sam talked a little bit about hope, and today I will be talking a little bit about love. And starting off, as humans, we all desire stability, security, safety. And this is partly why these times of COVID can be so challenging, where there is a lack of stability, a lack of security, and a lack of feeling of safety. But these desires for security, safety, stability really reflect a deeper desire for heaven, where we will have perfect security, stability, and safety. But also in heaven, we will have perfect love. We will be in perfect love for all eternity. And this term love is thrown around, I love my puppy, I love Instagram, or we think of rom-coms when we think of love. But what is love? And what is love in a Catholic sense? So I remember when my husband and I were dating and we were celebrating our first Christmas together, we had planned out that we were going to make this awesome meal and we were going to watch White Christmas, and I had never seen White Christmas before. But we were laughing and joking in the kitchen, and my husband told me for the first time that he loved me. And it was this really sweet moment. And then I responded, "What do you mean by that?" And it's not that I wasn't filled with joy dating this awesome man, but in my mind, the definition of love meant sacrifice. And that's why, as Catholics, we can look at the sacrifice of Christ on the cross and his death and point to that and say, that is love. That is the greatest love. And so I kind of squashed this romantic moment by turning it into a theological discussion on love, but thankfully for me, it didn't scare away my husband, and it all worked out for the best. The definition of love is desiring someone's greatest good, even when that can be difficult or cause us to sacrifice. And ultimately, the greatest good that we can desire is that people who we encounter, people who we love, will be with us in heaven for all of eternity. And this is how we are called to love all people. We physically cannot be in relationship with every single person who we come in contact with. However, we can love them by desiring their greatest good, by desiring for them to seek Christ, by desiring them to get to heaven. And so we can do that through our prayers, through our actions, through our words. And this is something that we practice with those who we encounter as we're picking out a Christmas tree, those that we encounter at the grocery store. But especially, we have a great influence with those who we are already in relationship with our family and with our friends, by displaying to them this sacrificial love and continuing to desire the best for them. And this is the great joy of Advent, that we are preparing for love itself, God himself, to enter into the world. So, how can you cultivate a sustaining love this Advent? A love that's not fleeting, but one that is a reminder of God's eternal love for us. Jesus has a quote of him talking to St. Teresa of Avila, and he said to her, "I would create the world over again just to hear you say that you love me." And even though Jesus said that to St. Teresa of Avila, he says that to each one of us in our own hearts. So how will you respond out of love of God this Advent? Please check out our website for more information on our Advent Spiritual Communion series. And online, we have a weekly challenge for you on love, some reflection questions, some scripture and catechism references.